That's okay.
It's Try the Tunes. We're doing it early. Now we pause. It's Try the Tunes. I'm your host, Sarah Morris. Folks come to my big green bathroom somewhere north of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we sing a little, we talk a bit, we put it out on the internet just in time for your Friday afternoon. Of course it's the internet, so you go on and watch it when you choose. But there's a new episode coming out real soon, so stay Try the Tune. Stay Try the Tune. And that was our pause. My name is Sarah Morris, and I invite people to sing with me in my big green bathroom. People like Luke LeBlanc.
That's me.
Hi, Luke.
Hello.
Can we sing a song?
Absolutely.
About a person or a boat? I can't tell.
Both.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, that's true.
She stands on the banks of the mighty Mississippi, alone in the pale moonlight, waiting for a man, the riverboat gambler, said that he'd return tonight.
They used to waltz on the banks of the mighty Mississippi, loving the whole night through. He was a riverboat gambler, all to make a killing and bring it on back to you.
Evangeline, curses the soul of a Mississippi queen that pulled her man away. Bayou Saint from South Louisiana had gambling in his veins. Evangeline from the Maritime, slowly going insane. High on the top of a hickory hill, she stands in the lightning and thunder. Down on the river, the boat was a sinking as she watched that queen go under. Evangeline, Evangeline, curses the soul of a Mississippi queen that pulled her man away. Evangeline, Evangeline, curses the soul of a Mississippi queen that pulled her man away.
Love it.
Yeah, Luke LeBlanc, everybody.
Sarah Morris.
That was really fun. There's a lot of songs about Evangelines.
Yeah.
How many have you actually met in real life?
Evangelines?
Yep.
None. I haven't met
Me either.
I haven't met
I would
an
guess it's an
Evangeline.
Evangeline, but
An Evangeline, yeah.
how about evangelists? Any evangelists?
Ooh, Probably. Not to say, I don't even know what that
You're
means.
being one now. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it means either.
I don't
I
know
wish
either.
I was Evangeline though.
That's my reaction when I don't know the full definition of a word. I was, ooh.
Interesting. Luke LeBlanc, you have a new album coming out.
I do.
And when I saw that, I was like, maybe this is a good way to get this guy that I met one time to sing with me in my bathroom. And
Yeah.
you fell for it.
Oh, of course.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Places. And guess what? It's out today.
it is.
Today. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
I like the art direction.
Yeah.
Are you the art director?
I'm the art director, the album cover and back designer, so to speak. But the photography is by Sarah Bell Klotsky, wonderful photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really cool shot. It's called Places. You recorded this in a place.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you record it?
Real Phonics Studio down in Cleveland, Minnesota. Eric Koskinen studio, and Eric produced and played on it. Played electric guitar. Should I go through the cast?
Go it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us the cast.
Well, our mutual friend Lars Eric Larson on drums.
He's been here twice in the
Yeah.
bathroom. There's
Is he here now? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I know. That'd be awesome.
John Cleve Richardson on keys and vocals. Cass Phelan on bass and vocals. Casey Friends plays saxophone.
Saxophone, fun.
Yeah, Cora Amelia out of Michigan plays violin. And then Eric Haywood is on the pedal steel.
Yep. And you wrote all the songs.
I wrote all the songs.
And when you were down at Real Phonics Studios, did you go to the co-op in St. Peter at all?
I do. Every time I'm in St. Peter, I go because I'm addicted to their burrito bowls.
Yeah, they have really great chicken shawarma in the back. It's like a really great co-op.
Wonderful. Yeah, I've spent a lot. I have a lot of tax receipts at tax time for my lunch visits there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. You're going to celebrate this beautiful album with a big old party. So the album's out today, so you can buy it, stream it and buy it. You can do all those things, get to know it very well, and then celebrate with Luke and friends December 15th at Ice House.
Correct.
And Thomas Stika.
I made that mistake when I first met
Stika.
Sorry, Tom.
Stickler for pronouncing your name correctly. Will be opening the night, and that's exciting. Then you get the tickets, so you get to know the album. I love going to an album, like a release show, and knowing all the words, so that I can be that person that's just like singing along. In case you forget the words, I'll be in the audience knowing the words for you.
Well, you know, in my last couple albums, I had my release show on the day of that it was released, and this time I wanted to just let the albums marinate for a little bit and then have it. So if people do want to go stream it, you can and learn the songs ahead of time.
In order to do that, you have to stream it many, many times, so many. We recommend just repeat listenings.
Yeah, just repeat, and when you're gone, have it play for your pets.
That's right.
You know.
Your pets have been requesting places, actually. We have two things in common that I've learned just in the last hour. One, let's please show our shoes.
Oh, of course. Two different pairs.
They're two different, we're not wearing, and they're different sizes, and his are Land's End and mine are LL Bean, but they're real similar, so I felt really, as soon as he showed up, I was like, we're gonna get along just fine. And then also, we both, right after college, moved to Nashville, because that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
So that's one of the places you've lived.
I have, lived in Nashville, and then I guess lived in St. Paul during college. Grew up in North Minneapolis, and now I live in South Minneapolis.
Yes. So Nashville was your outlier.
Nashville, that'd be the outlier in the.
Did you get a Tennessee driver's license?
No. Nope, I had a Minnesota driver's license.
The whole time.
Minnesota plates. Yeah, I didn't switch anything over.
Yeah. No, I was there for a few years, but so I did all that stuff. Plus, I was hot. I was like, I'm totally gonna Tennessee this up.
Yeah.
It was a big deal for me, but
For sure.
What was like one thing that surprised you about Nashville?
Oh, one thing that surprised me about Nashville, I think just how common it is to just run into folks in the music industry, and not just mainstream folks, but folks who might have like a very niche market. For instance, I co-wrote a song of mine called Same Blues in Nashville with Roy August. And back in the day, he happened to write the first #1 hit for the Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh, wow.
Settin' Fancy Free. This was before Elvira. And we co-wrote a song at like a Hardee's. And
At a Hardee's?
At a Hardee's, yeah.
That's amazing.
And then there was another time I was at a singer-songwriter round, and I was just in the audience, and it was just an open mic kind of round.
Yeah.
And the guy that was up there, he's like, one of my songs was big back in the day, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, sure.
That guy was there. And I was like, oh, that's him.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's you. That's you.
Just fun stuff, fun stuff like that.
I'm still stuck on Hardee's. Why Hardee's? Why writing at Hardee's?
Because that's where Roy,
Holds
this
office
was
hours?
just, yeah. Well, that was right when I had moved down there, and so I said, "Hey, Roy, I just moved down. We should get together." We had met previously.
Sure.
And that was the location. He said, "I'm having brunch with a friend there, so just come." And so it was like office hours because I arrived. His friend was there. They kind of finished up, and then the friend left, and then it was just me and him. So
Also, we're brunching at Hardee's now?
Well, that was the one time I did it.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. There were a lot of... We're just going to sit with that for a second.
Right.
I like that so much. Cool. And so now you've been back in Minnesota since 2018?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
And kind of killing it. I'll say killing it. But how does it feel for you? Has Minnesota welcomed you back and said...
Oh, of course. Yeah. And, and just like we all are, us folks writing songs and trying to get people to listen to them and play and do our best. I'd say rather than killing it, it's like it's a lot of learning. I think I've been learning and I've been growing, and there's been challenges along the way. But I think sometimes if it feels tough, that means you're doing something right. Kind of learning new things, and so that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like one thing I've noticed is that your online presence is very positive.
Oh.
Like, I feel like you put out, when I see things that you posted on Instagram, like, I'm like, oh, Luke is aiming to be an uplifter. Does that feel true? Am I reading you wrong?
No, I think that sounds right. We all struggle with various things, and I try to make stuff that I post, for the few folks that follow it, like just place to go where there's some uplifting things, or if there are challenges, we talk about them and then move past them, I guess, or try to find ways to rethink the difficulties and the challenges and stuff like that. I suppose on that note, I'm on the board of a nonprofit called Dissonance, which aims to support mental health, recovery, and just overall wellness in the arts community, especially among singer-songwriters, musicians, visual artists. November 5th, we're having a block party / music festival. There will be 5 bands, art vendors, all that stuff. It's an entirely alcohol-free event. I'm not personally in recovery. Some members of the board are, some aren't. But part of our mission is to, provide spaces for people who are, to have a place to go.
Which is great as a musician, because there is an emphasis often, for frequently we're paid in beverages.
Totally. Yeah. And so Ghost Note serves as kind of a one of the few places where there's a bunch of live music and there aren't all those things. And so November 5th at Bauhaus Brewing.
Very cool. Katie Vernon, she's a frequent bathroom visitor. And she's also really active, and I think they just do really good work. That is wonderful. All right, well, Luke, I'm going to ask you a few questions, because that's something we do. I mean, I've asked you some questions, but now I'm going to ask you the questions. The first question is, Luke LeBlanc, will you tell me something good? Tell me something big, little, good, whatever.
Big, little, good.
It's good in your world.
I just put together a new desk / office space kind of in my we'll say it's 25% of my living room, because I had one for other work I did, but I needed something that was just dedicated to my music stuff and a place to organize stuff, and that's not just me and my laptop on the couch or me and my laptop at this table. And so went to Ikea, got a new desk chair and the table, and I put it together over 2 nights. Don't ever start an Ikea building project at 9 p.m. at night if you have work the next day. Not a good idea. But I got through it, and it's built, and I think it's going to be nice to have a dedicated spot. So
that's awesome.
That's something good, yeah.
My family and I once, the 4 of us, and my kids were 8 and 11, I bet at the time, we had a bedroom to put up together with 4 IKEA beds. We started it at like 8 o'clock at night. We were so...
4?
Yes. We were so like... slap happy by the end. And our kids, I'd never like encouraged them to stay up past 10 before. And now I was like, actually, you can't go to bed until they're like, we want to sleep. We have no beds. We have no beds. Keep it.
Well, the worst is when you get to those screws that have the plastic thing around it. And you know you got to put that in, because then you got to put that little wheelie thing that attaches to the end of the screw.
That's the thing. I hope you put that all on TikTok. That would have been a good, some good content, some fresh content.
I should have.
Next time.
I was too grumpy to pull out the camera.
Next time you do an ill-advised IKEA late
Yeah.
night. Okay, well that is good. I think having a dedicated space to work. One of my favorite authors, Austin Kleon, advises like having a bliss station, and it feels like you put together your bliss station.
Bliss station.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a mental note of that and look that up.
It's a good one. Okay, the next thing, we've talked about learning a little bit, but I'm going to ask you specifically, Luke, where are you learning right now?
I'm personally trying to learn more about how I manage time and how I've historically managed time. When I was a kid, my mom gave me the nickname Last Minute Luke.
It's a good nickname.
And my dad tagged on to that and also started calling me Last Minute Luke, because while I get everything done that I need to get done on time, I do it at the very last minute.
Yeah.
And
I'm that way.
And I think I had always just dismissed it as like something I always did when I was just a kid, and now I'm an adult and I got to figure it out. No, I've just kept doing the same thing.
Yep.
Which only lasts so long, and I think as we get older, more responsibilities add up, and you need a system to deal with it. And anyways, Last Minute Luke isn't working for me anymore, so I'm learning how to manage time a little better, and like those days where things are calm and there's nothing due immediately. Just like learning how to work through things not in a rushed mode. Since I've had to do everything at the last minute, I haven't had to. I've made myself.
I'm a crammer. Are you a crammer for tests? Yes, for sure.
So I got in the habit of, even if I have a bunch of time, if I start working on something, I just rush.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if I didn't rush everything I do? What would that feel like? I don't know yet. That's what I'm learning.
I love that, and to me, like, one of the coolest things is asking questions. The answer might be, I'm still going to go back to this way. But if it's something that you've done for so long, just like taking a moment to say, but what if it was different? Or what if we did this, what if we introduced a slightly different factor in this process?
Yes.
And again, even if ultimately the answer is, you revert to regular. If you Last Minute Luke again, at least you did the dance, and now you're like, I've got a sash that says Last Minute Luke. Also, I think Last Minute Luke isn't working for me anymore. Could be a song, like a first line.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you don't want to sing the song, but you could write it for someone else to sing.
Yeah. Bring it down to Nashville.
Okay, so that's where you're learning right now. The other question that kind of goes hand in hand with that is, what is the steady beat of it for you? Something that you return to again and again that serves you, like practice or a person, a song, a book, something that you can always come to and just like holds that steady beat in your soul, heart, life.
I think I've always been a night owl, and so I think for me it's that pocket of time between, 10 p.m. and midnight where I just hit a point in my day where I'm like, I'm not doing anything anymore. Like I'm tired, this is it. And I end up, I don't know, I'll do laundry, I'll do my dishes, I put headphones on and put on a podcast and just let my mind go. And maybe it's a podcast about how I don't know, bending time works, or about some historical thing or somebody's biography, I don't know, but that I think just lets me just kind of, you know, live life and wonder a little bit, and not have everything too planned out. And it's just kind of a consistent thing I do.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that kind of keeps me going, exposes me to new ideas. Yeah.
New ideas are good.
Mm-hmm.
The last question's kind of an easy one. Will you take us by the ears and spin us out to something you're listening to that's getting you hot and bothered as a listener?
Oh, well, my friend Kaz Phelan, who plays bass and vocals on the album, he took me to a Peter Gabriel show last month, month and a half ago, something like that.
Recent.
Very recent.
We're playing with time. You're learning about time, how to manage time.
Exactly.
We're playing with time.
And I had only heard the song Salisbury Hill. I really didn't know that it was even a Peter Gabriel song. I didn't know about Sledgehammer, Red Rain, In Your Eyes, none of that stuff. And I went to his show, and it was just, the creativity was incredible. It's not really the music I grew up on or listened to.
Yeah.
I will now.
Yeah.
It just kind of opened my mind in a new way, and I didn't realize that musically I could go down a rabbit hole that much, and just shows the power of music. Like, you think you've heard a little bit of everything, but in reality you haven't, and that's exciting. That we're never going to run out of music.
I love that so much, and I had never heard Evangeline before, Evangeline, before you brought it in, and I would confess, I've never listened to The Last Waltz. It's embarrassing, or it's not embarrassing, because we all have things we've never listened to, and then we all have things we have listened to, for sure. Was it the Excel? It was a big show, and you just walk in and know nothing. How cool. Yeah,
I listened to a greatest hits thing on Spotify the week leading up, but I didn't have everything memorized or anything.
Like we will.
Yeah.
On December 15th.
On December 15th.
Yeah, well, that's an awesome spin us out. I'm excited to, I will link to some Peter Gabriel below. I'm going to link to all the Luke things, all things Luke, so that you don't have to be last minute about listening. You can calmly get to everything about it.
Yeah.
It's good to have tickets in advance, and it's good to listen in advance and to do it all in a calm, relaxed manner. Luke, thank you so much for bringing your slippers and your guitar.
Thank you.
Into my
Thanks
bathroom.
for having me.
It was really good to get to spend some more time with you. This is the point of the show where I get to thank our sponsors, because a girl can't make bathroom shows all by herself. She needs humans. Over at Patreon. Sarah subscribers, all of these names have been with me or are with me still, and we had some new joiners. Rick and Charlie are recent friends. If you want to there's 2 blank hearts right there. You could be a sponsor too, so that I can keep legitimately inviting people to sing in my bathroom, which is a nice thing. I do other things too, but this is one of my favorites. So thank you. I love you all. Toilet Tunes is most Fridays at noon, and so until next time, we've got assignments, and in addition to these assignments, I'm asking you to stay toilet tuned.
Evangeline curses the soul of the Mississippi Queen that pulled her man away.
We're gonna sing a song for you. Oh, no, we're not. Hold on. I need the words.